man. Oh God, oh man. Oh God, oh man. Oh God, oh man. Oh God, oh man.
And 3, 2, 1, go. Hello and welcome to Two Guys and a Few Good Men. I am TJ Washuk.
I am Garrett Loberg.
And this is Movie Lowdown for the week of July 8th, 2019.
That's right.
It's freaking hot out, man.
Stop being so hot and just rain.
I know. For real, at least cool it down a little bit.
A little bit. But that being said,
let's get right into the news.
Alright, this week we've got Rocket Man. Dexter Fletcher, the director of Rocket Man, is going to be joining Sherlock Holmes 3, which is still going to have
Robert Downey Jr.
Yep, I don't know if Jude Law is going to be in it. I didn't see that.
I didn't see that either, but I would hope so.
If anything, they could probably add a new character to it.
Yeah.
So, but excited for that because Rocket Man apparently was a really good movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
still need to see that. Talked about that last week.
Totally. But I'm excited for that. That's a good movie. I've been really excited about them getting back into the Sherlock Holmes because I really liked the 1 and 2. So,
I also heard that they're making another Sherlock Holmes besides this one.
Well, they did last year, and boy, that was a shitty one. Remember the one Holmes and Watson with?
Oh yeah, with Will Ferrell.
They got like 7% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I tried watching that. I couldn't finish. It was so bad.
It was terrible. Next up in the news, we've got Marvel news. And that's our Marvel news for the week. Next up, we've got Mortal Kombat. They finally got what's going to be going on with it. We've got a rated R movie.
Rated R, yep. Thankfully.
It's going to be coming out in 2021.
Yes.
And what is it going to have?
Fatalities. So that's a good idea. Finally bring fatalities into Mortal Kombat movie.
Yes. I'm excited. It's going to be funny because like the last one we got was the 90s one, which was so terrible.
But the first one was okay.
It wasn't.
Second one was shit.
Yeah, but like they still didn't have the base that they have now where they've got all these games that they can go off of. New characters.
Better CGI.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Reptile.
Yeah, you poor dude.
But also they were casting for martial artists in Australia, I saw. So I'm guessing they're filming this movie in Australia.
Boy, mate, it's going to be good there.
Down under, eh?
Down under. It's probably a budget crunch there.
Yeah.
So, that's...
James Wan is behind it.
Exactly, yeah.
So.
And he's been doing a lot of great movies. They're actually... I heard that he was going to be doing a follow-up to Aquaman, where they're going to do, like, the depth creatures.
Oh, yeah. I think we were talking about that.
So
that'd be interesting.
Exciting.
I don't know. They didn't really have too much character to them in the movie.
Is it going to be a DC movie?
Is it going to be a horror? I'm assuming it's a horror.
Will it flop?
Will it have Annabelle?
Probably. So next up, we've got Who Joined That Movie?
Who joined that movie?
I'm ready to go in, Coach. Just give me a chance.
And
You got it right.
I did it right this
You got
week.
it right.
The interesting one to start off. These ones are actually all interesting.
These are all good. This is a good week for Who Joined That Movie.
Yeah. Sam Jackson joins Chris Rock on his endeavor to do Saw 9. Now, originally we thought this was going to be a reboot.
Yeah.
And it apparently is not because they're calling it Saw 9. So
That's crazy, huh?
I don't know if they're going to continue it. I honestly think they should have rebooted it.
Yeah, I mean, they already done so many. Might as well reboot it.
It'd be kind of weird to do this one where it's like...
It's going to be different.
Yeah, or carry on the story. But Sam Jackson and Chris Rock, that's pretty...
I can't think of a horror movie that Sam Jackson's been in. He was in that Thriller where he's the neighbor in the house.
That one was
good.
But that wasn't a horror movie.
No.
That was just a thriller. Do you think it's going to be more of like a comedy, like a dark comedy? like add a little bit more comedy to it, especially with Chris Rock.
I would think it would have more comedy in it.
Hopefully it does. I would love to see that.
Well, kind of like Jordan Peele's movies have comedy in it.
Yeah.
Horrors.
So let's see what that does. Next up, we got Don Cheadle is joining Space Jam 2.
Yeah. We don't know what character he's going to be. My guess is he's going to play a coach. I can see him being a coach for the All-Stars, or whatever they call themselves. The Toontown.
The Toon Townies.
Yeah.
Not the Monstars.
I wonder if they're going to bring back the Monstars in this one.
That would be interesting. Or
it's going to be a new villain.
What if he's the villain?
Don Cheadle's a villain? That'd be cool.
And last up for who joined that movie, we've got The Rock, Gal Gadot, and Ryan Reynolds join a new movie
for Netflix.
And it is basically going to put them past a lot of records. They're reportedly
budget
spending...
records?
Yeah, they're reportedly spending $200 million on this movie, which...
That's a lot.
That's quite a bit.
It's definitely a Hollywood budget.
You know, and I want to talk about that because it's interesting because right now Netflix is kind of struggling because if you think about it, they are putting a lot of money into this and they're going to lose a lot of subscribers come November when Disney Plus comes out. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting to see what they do with this situation. I don't know when it's coming out. I didn't see when it comes out.
Not to mention they're losing TV shows and whatnot to NBC and Warner Brothers because they're taking them off the platform.
So it's interesting to see them put this, like it's almost like they're putting all their eggs in a basket right now and saying, hopefully this works out.
And there was a report last week or earlier this week that they're going to stop putting money into movies because Triple Frontier was a failure. Oh yeah, but not according to this.
Well, and I think that was just like a smokescreen almost.
Oh, for this?
Yeah, because I don't think that there was also a report this week that if they add ads, which they want to do, that they could lose up to 25% of their viewership.
I mean, I could see them doing ads before, kind of like what Amazon does. Yeah. That would be okay, but not like in between type of a deal.
So, kind of a short week on news, but kind of really cool that they're doing that movie. I'm really excited to see all three of those actors working together.
Yeah,
and I'm sure that
Ryan Reynolds, The Rock, and Gal Gadot.
Putting that much money into it, I'm guaranteeing you that there's more A-list actors in there, or B-list actors. So,
I would think so.
Hopefully. With that being said, we'll get to our movie review for the week.
It's sort of a crazy festival. Special ceremonies and dressing up.
That sounds fun.
Unbelievable.
Welcome and happy Midsommar. Skål!
Which we saw.
Midsommar.
Wow.
Yeah, this was such a trippy movie. I kind of went into it thinking it was going to be trippy, but not like this.
Yeah, it was... There's a lot to process in this movie, and A24 has been really good with really weird movies, but this was...
Well, this is also Ari Aster.
It is, yeah.
And he did Hereditary.
And if you've seen Hereditary, it's basically Hereditary on drugs.
Yeah. Also, I would say kind of like, if you watch the movie Mother, that movie that came out 2 years ago.
Yes.
It was kind of like that trippy kind of a movie.
Yeah, and it's basically the story is there's a girl that's basically kind of stricken with PTSD. Her family's been
killed off.
Yeah, and
by their own daughter. Like her sister basically gets she has like bipolar or something they were saying. And you cut to a scene where it's in the garage, and you see these firefighters like walking through the garage, and you're like, what the heck happened? And you see these hoses attached to the exhaust pipes on these cars, and the cars were
technically murder-suicide.
Yeah, and these hoses went up into the parents' room, which was taped off with duct tape, and the parents were dead in the room from carbon dioxide poisoning. And then the daughter, she had the hose taped to her mouth, which was pretty intense to see.
It was, and once they get into where did they go?
They went to Sweden.
Yeah.
freaking Swedes are scary.
Yeah, and I think the acting in this, a lot of the side actors, the extras, were really good.
Yeah, acting on this was great.
Oh, all 100%, and everyone was scared, and that was like probably one of my biggest things because I felt super anxious.
I was anxious the whole entire movie.
Yeah,
I was on edge.
And you couldn't see where things were going. That was at all. What I liked about it. The trailer didn't give anything away. Everything was basically, you walked into it and it was washed from what you saw. You'd see scenes from the trailer, but it wasn't. Nothing was given away.
Cinematography was great. Really good shots. And then I thought it was interesting where like you see like kind of little hints of stuff that's going to happen throughout the movie based off the artwork that they had in there, which I thought was kind of cool to see.
And there was you can add this in there, there's a really funny clip. Did you see that? Where they talk about bear in a cage. It's a commercial.
Oh, the commercial, yeah.
It's a bear, 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 it's a bear in a cage. In the cage is a bear. What's he doing in there? Locked inside, no room to play. On this lovely summer day. It's a bear, it's a bear, it's a bear.
Yes. And
I was wondering what that was about, and then until I saw the movie.
And then the ending, it kind of makes sense. Yeah. And there's a lot of twists and turns. It felt like, it felt like an Ari Aster movie. And he's been really popular lately, and good for him. Like, he deserves all the popularity he's getting because he's doing really good movies. So.
And, he's making his own production company now. So hopefully this helps with him funding that.
Yep.
And, I don't know. I like the movie, but would I watch it a second time? Probably not.
Nah.
But at least I would say it was at least like fun to watch at least once.
Exactly.
Because it's just so weird, and I never seen a movie.
Especially in theaters. I was happy to see that.
In theaters, just with the sound and the quality.
Yes. So, but that's kind of our week. That was a short week. There wasn't a lot of news in the news.
Yeah.
In the news.
No Marvel, as you guys saw.
Yeah. Right. Crickets.
But yeah, other than that, do we have a question? I always ask this.
No.
Okay. No question this week. We hope you guys stay hydrated out there. Please rain. And as always, I'm TJ Washuk.
And I'm a camera.
We love you. And good night.
This has been a Two Guys Production.